Say, we want to give our condolences and our prayers to the Bryant family, R.I.P. Kobe, R.I.P. Gina Mana. It's a very tragic situation. Um, we even decided we didn't know if we even wanted to film tonight just because, it just, you can definitely feel it. Definitely has created a shift in the atmosphere in the world and definitely in our community, especially the Black community. Um, and it's just a tragic situation all around. But we give all our condolences to everybody who lost somebody in that tragic accident. Um, uh, like I said, our personal thoughts are with everybody, and we just want to be praying for them. It's a rough time, but as one of the videos I saw Kobe said, there's always a light in the darkness, and we still have to push through, and we still have to live life. We just have to look at our lives and love our loved ones more closely, because any day it could happen to any of us and we can be gone. So you have to love the people while they're here, give them their roses, give them flowers while they're here, their appreciations, make condolences, forgive y'all, because we're not going to be here. One of these days we're not going to be here. And just want to say we love y'all, we love everybody, and our prayers and wishes are with you all. All right. Okay, let's do it again. Jeff and Lex, and we back at it again. Hey, Monday nights, and we back at it again. Hey, tell your friends that we back at it again. Hey. What it do, y'all? It's me, your girl Lex DMUA. This is my boy
Jeffrey Taylor from JeffreyShowLive.
and we are back with another episode review of a Love and Hip Hop New York episode. I don't know. I think it's 8. Is it 8? Really? Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna check and make sure. I think remember the name. It's called, oh, yeah, you're right. It is episode 8, season 10. Whose birthday is it anyway? That's cute. I like that title. It's very on the nose. Because, this week we get some more of Erica and Safaree.
It starts at the show.
But you think they lead in New York this season?
Definitely.
I mean, they have been shown the most, but I thought the old heads was like, get more to shine.
Who? They're not even featured sometimes on the episodes.
I mean, has every episode had them on there? Erica Safaree? Wow. I guess I'm not paying attention. So anyway, last week they did their nuptials. They're married now. This is Mrs. and Mr. and Mrs. Samuels. So congrats to the happy couple. 2 snaps and a swirl. All right. But yeah, we focus on in this episode because, like we said at the beginning of the episode, it starts with Tahiry and Erica meeting up at the baby place, like a little baby store or whatever. They always got one of these with somebody pretty on the show. No one ain't finna buy a doggone thing. But anyway, they in the store, and Tahiry's like, yeah, girl, like I'm so happy. I mean, not Tahiry. Erica was like, girl, I'm so happy to have you at the wedding. I saw you tearing up and da. And she was like, did you like your sitting arrangement? Because I think she had Tahiry sitting on either beside each other or the same like seating arrangement as Joe. Like she was sitting beside Joe on the same thing.
Oh, that's what she meant. So she's still doing that?
Yeah, oh. I think that's what she was trying to hint at, and then we see it. Apparently, I don't know if Joe was crying or not, but he was like blowing his nose like super loud, and Tahiry was like, all right, boy. She was like crying, and she's like, yeah, it was cool, But before the party went down, like, I was having to talk to Jonathan because he just popped up. She was like, Erica was like, Jonathan was at the party? Because I guess she didn't. She was like, all I know is there was no +1s. She was like, I'm trying to figure out how did Yandy get a +1 because even Safaree's friends who are married, they didn't even have a +1 because we couldn't afford to have people have +1s. So I'm trying to figure out how did Jonathan. So he basically was a party crasher, like Tahiry was saying. And so she was like, yeah, like, I don't even know. And then Tahiry, like, says she felt like Jonathan was there to spy on her. And
but who is she spying on? Because I guess Sen wasn't at the wedding. It seems like, because I'm not seeing her there.
So this is what I'm saying about these edits. So when Erica and them originally got married, well, it was just back in like November or December. Like everybody was posting up the wedding pictures, and there definitely, because everybody was talking about in the shade room, there definitely was a picture with Sid dressed up next to Joe, and being in a picture with it was Mona, Joe, Sin, and Erica and Safaree. They were all in the same picture. Cause like Joe had made the comment talking about some we all band together. Thanos has to lose, and everybody was like, "Who Thanos, Mona?" So clearly, Sin was there, even though in the edit they made it seem like she wasn't at the wedding, but she definitely was there at the wedding. Or maybe I remember that wrong. Y'all tell me down in the comments below. But I could have sworn there was that picture with Sin being at the wedding. So I don't know. I think Mona's just trying to trick us with these edits. But I don't know who's Tahiry saying that Jonathan is supposed to be spying on or reporting back to, or maybe I don't know, maybe she was just trying to say like he just trying to like get intel, I guess, just because he's messy. I don't know, child. These people are a mess. And so Erica's like, well, okay, I'm gonna talk to both of them because I'm gonna invite both of them to my birthday party. So I'm finna have a birthday party and I'm gonna invite them, and so we just gonna see what's up when they come to the party.
Right.
So moving on from that scene, I want to say the next scene was PHresher.
Yeah, I think it was PHresher too.
Yeah, it was PHresher.
That's what PHresher.
Yeah.
But which one? Like him going to see Jenn?
Yeah, we just gonna go. I think I'm gonna try to go in order of the show if I remember it. So
right.
So I think so next scene is PHresher getting out the car, going to their house or Jenn's house. Don't know whose name was on the lease. But she's like, no, I gotta talk to you outside. He's like, why can't I come in the house? She's like, because I told you I'm talking to you outside. So they outside, and she's like, so I met up with this Jada girl, and she's saying that in every scene, the money amount changes. Because I thought so I guess the final number is 70,000.
The final number she was asking for was 40.
Right, but I'm talking about like in the beginning, like Jenny was saying, like he owed 50,000, then it went to 60, whatever. Mm-hmm. So whatever, you owe this girl all this money, and she's talking about she's saying like he's like, no, all we did was business. She was like, how was that when this girl is telling me that you were saying that you love her and that you loved each other and that you loved her and that you wanted to be together, da 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 da. And she was like, what is the answer? He keeps saying, this girl, don't believe this girl. And Jen's like, no, I'm asking you, what was it between you and this girl? Did y'all have sex? And he's like stuttering, looking stupid, and like da 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 da. And he's like, man, I need to like calm down this Jada girl because she's trying to mess up me and Jen's home. And Jen's like, I'm not really believing nothing this man got to say because this is not the first time I've been down this road, and I want the answers, okay? She is like, I want the answers. Did you or did you not have a thing going on with this girl? And he's still like not giving up the truth. He's stuttering, so it's clearly obvious that he's lying.
Interesting about this is if Jenn does get the truth, then what? Like, I think that's what gets me. It's kind of like you ask him to come over. It's kind of like, what's the end goal?
Right. I mean, because that's what I'm saying. Because, like, sis, you clearly have been down this path before. Right. And it's like, you keep letting this man do the same thing. So what you think is going to happen this time? I'm
just wondering, like, what does she expect to get from this?
I don't know. I don't get Jenn. I don't care about Jenn. But she's still fighting, and she's still not letting him back in the house. I guess that's what the scene was supposed to let us know.
That's how it ended.
Yeah. So.
He said he was going to handle it.
He said he was going to handle it. I didn't really see it being handled, but that
was an emotional scene.
It was very interesting. Now, I feel like the next scene was Amara.
When you go into a different city.
Oh, wow. Not bad, y'all. Look, this different stuff, it be too much going on. There's too many shows on the same night. My bad, y'all. I really did forget what I was just talking about. This is how irrelevant Fresh and them is. Like, they could be on
blame it on Fresher.
It is. Blame everything on him. Blame everything on him. Oh, I don't know what the next thing was. No, it was Joe. Remember?
What's Joe doing?
Joe
with the cooking?
Yeah.
Okay, I got
We got this lame snot. It was such a weird
with
scene.
the dumplings.
Joe Budden meets up with Jim Jones. Now, both of these dudes are, pretty like New York, real kind of masculine niggas. I'm thinking they gonna meet up like at a cigar joint. Yo, they meet up. They were making dumplings at a little cooking station, just the two of them.
I would do something like that if I'm rich.
With your homeboy, though? With those,
It seemed like a good scene. Catching up.
I feel like
in the stereotype.
I mean, that is the stereotype, but I was just like, I think it's not in the stereotype, which is these two type of men, like Joe Budden and Jim Jones. Like, okay, so no, I'm not stereotyping.
No, I'm not saying, but it's kind of like they're just doing something out there.
Okay. So Joe walk up on him, this man over here trying to learn how to cook or whatever, and Joe like, I want to go talk to Jim Jones. My podcast is the #1 in the country,
True.
which is true, which is facts. I do listen to his podcast sometimes. I used to be more back in the day when he first started. I was listening more regularly before they got the Spotify deal, but they post two times a week, and they podcast be 2 hours long. That's a lot of listening time. I can't do it, but anyway. He's like, I'm trying to get you on the show. We don't have so many guests. Nicki Minaj, of course, everybody was talking about that. Like, most of the time, anytime a guest come on Joe's show, it normally gets in the blogs. It's normally very talked about. And so he's like, I'm trying to get Jim Jones, to do a show, come on the show. Right. And so they talking, he's cooking, and Joe like, this ain't a place where you and me normally be at. Like, why we up here at this cooking place, yo? And he like, I'm trying, I've been with Chrissy a long time, but I've been gone to LA and trying to work on the weed business. So I'm trying to show her that I really, making strides, and I really, want to make her feel like I'm really here, and then I really spend time with her. So I really want to learn how to cook so I could cook a meal for her. And Joe's like, well, you know what, that's really good. And she was like, sometimes as men, we get so focused on making money and being a provider that we don't think about actually being there for our partners or being there for the women in our lives. We just feel like they should understand, yo, I gotta take a pause on this. Not take a pause like on the relationship, but like I can't really be there for you like emotionally and always doing this and doing that. You know what I'm saying? I have to work, but we forget to sometimes be there for them. And he was like, you kind of inspired me to maybe try to get things better, get things back right with my baby moms. And Jim was like, you gotta sometimes you have to make them feel special. You have to make them know that you still are special to me, or whatever. And I think that was a really cute scene.
It was.
And then I was like, you take this Jim Jones, and it's like, Joe, if you know what was wrong, why won't you go talk to Sen about it? But okay. But, that was a cute little bro scene.
It was. Creep squad.
ain't no more creep squad. So, next scene, we get Sen. She looked like she cutting up some plantains or something, child. So, I don't really know what she cooking.
Like this dialogue.
Right. She's like, there's nothing I love more than just being at home and cooking a meal for my special man or my special guy. And I like feeling good and feeling sexy. And this, I love just being in the kitchen and cooking for my special person or whatever. And of course, who comes out? Jonathan. It's like, girl, special man. Girl, both of y'all need to find a man. You and Jonathan. That's why y'all got nothing to do but be together and messy. And so, of course, Jonathan, I swear every time I see Jonathan, his hair is a different color. Like, it's be blacker and blacker. Like, this thing, his hair was so jet black, baby. And how he had it cut and everything. So he come in there with his little PJs, and he's like, oh, I like what you got on.
Now you talking like Jonathan.
She was like, huh?
Now you talking like Jonathan.
That's how he sounded. And he was like, ooh, you look so good, honey. And then she's like, thank you, boo. And then whatever. And then they start getting into the tea about what happened at the wedding from Jonathan's perspective.
Because Sen wasn't there.
She wasn't there for that scene, but she was definitely there at that wedding. Like, I wish we could put it in post, and I will find this picture, because I'm telling you, that girl was at this wedding. But anyway, anywho, Jonathan, he's like, yeah, I saw Tahiry at the wedding. As soon as I saw her, I guess she was trying to, like, check me on the whole thing or whatever. She was asking, like, why I was there, and I told her I was there with Yanti, and I, was telling her, like, you the one that was bringing up all this stuff, and we started going back and forth, and then it was really awkward because Joe was there too, and he was like, he told me to mind my effing business, and she was like, Joe was there. She was like, did he have a fedora on? He was like, yes. She was like, hold on, wait a minute. So Sam goes, I don't know where she got this fedora from,
but it wasn't Joe's.
But she said it wasn't Joe's. But what else did she get it from? Production, I gave it to a Mona on the side, passing her props. So she gets the hat, and she, like, puts it on her. She's like, okay, now I want you to do it like Joe. So Jonathan is trying to do, even though I felt like it was a pretty good Joe impression. What? He was like, I don't see, but honestly, he didn't say it like Joe said it. Joe really was telling Tahiry and Jonathan to both mind their business. He was like, I don't see what's saying. Really got to be a point. What the word he said? A point of contention for either one of you. I just feel like everybody needs to mind their own effing business. And he was like, well, when I stepped in, I was like, well, it is my business because that's my friend. And Senna was like, well, and then Yandy was like, oh, well, Yandy was completely confused because she didn't know what was going on or whatever. And when she said that, or when he said that, it reminded me back in the day when Ra and Yandy was arguing. Where they had their little beef and at the reunion, and Randy's like, I didn't know she didn't. And she said, you always don't know something. She always says she know, and that is facts. Yandy do that all the time. She always be acting like she don't know what's going on, but be saying she know what's going on. It's like, girl, you was there. Girl, let's stop playing. Like, you knew that Tahiry and them or whatever, like, had that little issue. Because wasn't you there also at that same showcase listening party thing? But anyway, he like, Yandy, kind of broke it up or whatever. He walked away. And then Cindy was like, all right, well, we're going to see what it is because Erica invited us to her birthday party. So we're going to see what's up. And then Jonathan was like, you going to go to her birthday party? She's like, yeah, so the last time we met, we was cool. We kind of made up or whatever. So I don't really see no problems with going. So we're going to go. She said, it's so weird and awkward. Like, I'm going to my ex's birthday party, and then my ex's ex is going to be there. She was like, oh, child, it's just going to be a circus. So we're going to see what's going to go on.
Love and hip-hop.
Love and hip-hop fashion. I think the next scene was Chrissy and Jim. Am I wrong?
We can.
At this point, I'm just throwing out the scenes I remember.
Sounds good to me.
But Chrissy, and we get to Chrissy and Jim house. I ain't gonna lie, their new little house look kind of nice. It look kind of cute. Wait.
Like, well, they got this house. They just experienced a foreclosure, and now all of a sudden, I guess Mona.
I thought this scene was real cute. What'd you think about it?
I really want to dive into. I feel like Chrissy definitely has some pride issues from their previously relationships. It seems like, I don't use the word toxic, but it seems like sometimes you can go through so much in a relationship that you say that it made it stronger. I feel like, in a sense, it made her more sheltered to marriage. Marriage isn't for everyone, but I feel like she definitely has it in her heart. She's just comfortable with Joe, unfortunately, and Jim. There's a lot going on with the J's, but no, she's comfortable with Jim, but she also is very protective of her feelings. I feel like she's been hurt as they did the scenes with her proposing, national embarrassment. The wedding never happened when he proposed, and now it's kind of like, oh, I don't want to experience that hurt again. So I'm gonna be okay with what I got. I could see if she was like, Oprah released her statement on marriage. Kind of similar to Chrissy. I feel like Oprah's hurt too, though, but that's another subject. Hope it all get.
Let's talk about Auntie.
But nevertheless, that's really what I got. I thought that the cooking was really nice and everything. Nice gesture, even though it was funny when he just put one thing.
Right. Because in this scene, Jim is cooking for Chrissy, but literally he makes her one dumpling. I'm like, sir, if you're going to cook, I'm gonna need for you to cook at least, because even when you
I
get it
think
from
I brought out a second one though.
even when you cook it at the stove, at the restaurant, you at least get, like, when you order dumplings, 'cause I love dumplings. I actually learn how to make dumplings. But anyway, you at least it comes like 6, 7, like, on a plate. He got one, and she tasted. She's like, "Baby, this is good," or whatever.
Emotionally, I'm full.
And she's like, "Emotionally, I'm full, but I don't know about the rest of this food." And then that's when Jim,
wants to marry.
starts to bring up, like, marriage, like he said.
He wants it. She doesn't.
And now it seems like the reversals has flipped. At first she wanted it and Jim didn't want it. Now he wants it. Now she doesn't want it. And she's like, "Oh, I just feel like we're good where we're at right now." And, at the beginning I did want it so much, and I'm the one who did push it. I'm the one who did bring it up. But, he proposed to me. And then I forgot when they had their own show after they left Love and Hip Hop. He did propose to her. I forgot about that.
He didn't get on the knee, so that was controversy.
Oh yeah, and she was like, I just feel like, if we don't get married, we don't really need that, because regardless, we're still family. Like, I love your son, even though I have to deal with her. I love your mom. I'm like, oh please, bring Mama Jones back. That's what we need. But he's like, I deal with her. I love your sisters. Like, no matter what, ring or not, we still are gonna be family. And, like, similar to what you said, I don't know with Chrissy if it's like hurt or she's being precautionary, because as we just seen, Jim doesn't have the best doesn't seem to have a good record with money. Like, he just lost their house, and unfortunately, it did kind of fall back on her, but not legally, only reputation wise. But if you get married to that person and both of your names is on the lease, or your money is tied together, that looks bad. That's really is gonna affect her money and her stuff. So she could be looking at it from that perspective. Low key is kind of what I'm thinking.
But where the comfortable part of me coming in at is what we talk about. I hate to say that I'm judging, but you have to pick your mate even better. I personally don't think that I would even continue to waste my time with somebody that's not making those moves. And she said that, but they're public figures, so it's kind of like that comes with the territory. It's kind of like, come on, if somebody... And it's just really weird how the house got foreclosed and he has all this jewelry. It's just confused.
Yeah, now you got this...
I don't know, it's just confusing.
Now you got this marijuana business. Like,
and then the house looks really nice all of a sudden from... something fishy is going on with them.
I don't know.
Be careful with the RS.
Right. Yes.
With that, you guys.
Ooh, talk about Texas coming around. But with Chrissy, I don't know. Like you said, I do kind of feel like it's a little bit of what you're saying. She probably just feel like she wants to save face. But what I found out was really interesting, and I was looking at the scene when dog, no, you hear me saying it. Jim, he has a ring on his finger, and it looks like a wedding band.
Right.
Like, it got, like, all these diamonds and stuff on it. I didn't look at Chrissy's hand, so I don't know if she also has a ring.
I looked after you said that. I didn't see anything on my end.
You didn't see anything on Chrissy's hand? Yeah, but did you see it on Jim's?
Yeah.
And I think it was on his left hand, like the wedding ring. So I was like, I don't really know, really, like, what it is. Or maybe she feel like if they do get married now, it's still gonna feel like she forced him instead of just being what it is.
And she kind of said that in a sense. Not that directly, but she was kind of like, what is that gonna change?
Right.
I mean, it does change a lot legally, but, every relationship is different at the end of the day, like Oprah said.
It is. It is.
So, I guess I'm just going to have to...
If y'all cool with shacking up, hey.
Common law marriage.
I guess so. Have fun with it. Anyway, anywho, let's go on to the next scene. And I think that's PHresher meeting up with...
Jada.
No, he met up with Safaree
Oh, the boys in the barber
Papoose
shop.
Yeah, they meet up at the barber shop, and this PHresher meet up with Safaree and Papoose, and they meet up at the barber shop and they getting a cut or whatever. And I'm like, sir, you don't need a haircut. You need somebody to retwist them braids or whatever it is at the top.
Line up.
He did need a line up, but he also needed a retwist. They look a little dry.
What was in the Papoose?
Huh?
What was in the Papoose hat? He should have took off that hat.
We all know Papoose is bald. I think he's bald. Any man that be wearing a hat like that all the time, 9 times out of 10 they bald, or they got the sunroof.
Safaree don't play the.
You know, Safaree got his he got his hairline back, baby. He got that transplant back up in there.
Clean.
Yeah,
Tiger exposed.
Safaree don't even look like he really need no haircut, to be honest, but
always be on point.
right. So they in there meeting, and he's like, "Hey y'all, what's up? You know, I thought you two the best two people to meet up with. You know, Papoose, you black love, you got all the advice, and Safaree, you just got married, so you know y'all all good in the love department."
Safaree's happy.
He's like, "I love straight. I love married life. I love it. It's our best." And he's like, "All right, well, I'm trying to get my stuff back with my shorty Jenn, and this girl is coming up to me and coming up to her and DM her friends saying I owe her $70,000.
It went to 70,000 in the scene.
Right, it went to 70,000 and stayed there with it. And so anyway, he's like, I owe her $70,000, and she's telling Jenn that we need this, we need that. She's telling Jenn that I told her I loved her and all this stuff, and it was like, well, was that true? Like, what was the real with you, shorty? And he was like, yeah, I was with her when me and Jenn had a breakup period.
Snap.
So apparently Jenn and PHresher had an off period or a period.
Yes.
They were broken up for a year.
Right.
And that's not a long time, but it's a kind of a while to be broken up with somebody.
365 days. Keep
Right.
breaking it down. That's a long time.
Right. Like, it is a long time. But, like, he was like, during that time when they were broken up, that's when he started messing with Jada. But he also, again, basically trying to, like, have his fun and eat it, have his cake and eat it too. He was supposed to be her manager, like all these slime balls. And when he started managing her, then they started to develop feelings for each other and started falling in love. And he was like, basically, that's what happened. And basically, I made some wrong moves. He was like, and so now she's telling me that she's telling her all this stuff. And they're like, well, listen, if you really want to be back with Jenn, you got to go talk to her to try to see if you can squash this and stop her from keep coming in interfering. Right. If you really all about Jenn now, if right. you're really done with her or whatever, you should be all about Jenn now. Right. So you need to tell this girl what's up and try to squash it and pay whatever money you got to do it, get it done. Because if you don't get that fixed, it's still gonna be a mess, and you still gonna be living at your grandma's house. So that was that on that. So PHresher takes their advice. And he goes to Jada at the studio. All right. I really didn't listen to the song. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, I didn't know there was a song.
It wasn't no song playing with Jada? Maybe she was just in the studio.
Yeah,
okay. So she in the studio, and he walk in. He's like, fellas, can y'all leave? Or whatever. And he's like, what's good? Like, why are you telling people that I owe you all this money and stuff? She's like, PHresher, you do owe me this money. She insists. I lucky can believe this because sis had her broke down. She was like, 10,000 for publicity, 10,000 for this, da. She's like listing off stuff, and she's like, what about my publicity? He was like, we did get you publicity. She's like, what? Because I went with you to Fashion Week. Then I 20,000 for social media. I'm like, who you paying $20,000 to do social media? Like, that's the case. Who I need to put my resume in with? Because I could do a little something. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, what you mean? I didn't really even get that many followers off of that, so what you talking about? And that's when PHresher, breaks down the truth in the confessional. He's like, at the time when I was trying to get the record label off the ground, I really didn't have the upfront money to really put up into my business, which was a dumb decision. How you gonna start a business with no money? So, old girl, I guess she was so dumb and in love or whatever, because I sure don't want to put my money up. She puts the money up for herself. And basically, he said, once they got the record label off and popping and got the money up, he was going to give her all that money back that she put up front to help the company. But he has not done that because he still don't got this off the ground. So she's like, I do owe her this money. And she was just like, and then, you made all these promises to me in my career. And then you say we're in love or whatever. But then we break up and you're going back to your baby mamas. And, like, now it's like, what? And she was like, so you trying to say, so basically, because basically I just feel like you tried to play me. Like I told you what happened with my last manager, how they used me and stuff, and you heard all that, and you basically did the same thing. And nothing really hurts worse than that. When you don't tell somebody what you've been through, and they do almost the exact same thing that you told them, like especially when you was vulnerable with somebody like that, and then they do the same thing that you told them that people in the past do like that, it is hurtful. But it's also, it's like, sis, you should have been careful of this nigga. Like, he doesn't look trustworthy to me at all. But, so she's like, so you telling me, like, it was just business. It was no love. It was no love at all. It was nothing at all. Are you trying to tell me that? Because I really feel like you're trying to play me. And she's almost to the point of tears. And I was like, okay.
It was serious.
And she was like, no, we was in love. Like, we were in love. It was a thing or whatever. But, I mean, we never really got to find out why they broke up. Like, or why he went back to Jenn. I don't know if it was one of those for the kid situation, or maybe, I don't know. But anyway, he's like, but right now, we was in love. And that was true. But now I'm all about my family. And I'm all about Jenn. And that's where I want to be at right now. And so whatever you may have over with, she's basically like, and I was like, sis, I'm not backing up none of my money. She started talking about something, well, okay, I'll leave it at 4,000. 40,000, I'm sorry. 40,000. Yeah, that was a major setback. 40,000 if you admit that there was a relationship between us, from what I understood. And I was like, sis, you could admit that we had a relationship or not, because if you owe me $70,000, guess what I'm going to need back? That's $70,000, period, with interest. How long you been having me wait for this money? Talk about something, I'm on the dollar back to 40,000. Would never. Are you insane?
Where's this man gonna get $40,000 from? Mona?
Guess so. Staying in his grandmama's house. I don't know, but baby, if I was that girl, that's how I knew she had to be in love with this nigga. Because I would have been to that nigga to jail and got all my money. I don't care if it got to... Look, I understand you got kids, but at the end of the day, you owe me my money. So if it got to come out your kid's mouth to pay me...
Savage.
It is what it is. Like... I mean, you shouldn't be making deals and stuff like this if you're not going to put back on. And it's just like you have to tell your kids that you is the reason why they having to live like whatever. That's your fault. You owe this girl her money and you need to pay me ASAP.
So Fresh is a scammer?
Low key? that's what I heard in some of the words with Julia.
Definitely.
Like,
He's
and if it was
up north.
like, and if it was you, when you want all your money back, is you gonna dial it back?
Yeah, for sure. I asked for less money than that back.
Huh?
Did I ask for less money than that back?
You didn't ask for less than that?
I get less. I ask for less money back than that.
Child.
Even if it was a 40,000, if it was 100.
It could be $5, my nigga. If I ask you, if you send me, but also my mama, daddy always told me never lend what you don't plan to get back. Never let nobody borrow nothing that you gonna miss.
Right.
So she also should have been smart about that too. Then never give nobody no money that you need back.
True.
So you should limit yourself. Cause I'm like, well, sis must have been working real hard to have that type of money up front. I don't know where she got that from, but anyway, Fresher, get this girl back her money, like, cause you playing all the way. And that's that on that. So I think this is when we get. Oh, we got this scene with, I can't remember if this was next, but this is next thing I remember. But it was with Prima Donna and Miami Tip.
We're still in New York.
Wait, why do I keep doing that, y'all? I literally tell y'all, Mona, stop doing me like this. Put these stuff on different days. I'm confused. I'm putting other people other places. Oh my God. Okay. And so y'all watch this. Watch what we do the Miami video. I'm gonna be talking to people in New York.
Miami's lit though, so I can see how you want to go.
Yo, low key it was. But anyway, I think it's the last city in New York. This is the last city I remember. It's Erica's party. Yes. Right? Okay.
Her birthday party.
Yes. Okay, so we was at so we at Erica's birthday party now, and everybody come in, and we see her, And Safaree walking in, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so happy. My baby always go. He go out. He do all out for me. Da 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 da." Walk up in the party, ain't nothing but pictures of Safaree up everywhere. This man on the sign, he over here on the wall. Yeah. Safaree over there, like on the front of the stage. This man is everywhere, and she's like saying, she's trying to focus on saying hey and speaking to Tahiry and other people that's at the party. And she's like, I'm starting to look around. All I see is pictures. Where are the pictures of me? There's only one picture of me, and that was our pregnancy photo, and it was like over there in a corner somewhere, and it was just, it was Safaree in it, and she was like, this is supposed to be all about me, like, it's my birthday, like, and then, of course, Erica starts to try with these fake tears, and nothing was coming out, and she's like, you're making me feel like you don't care about me, like, you feel like you're forgetting about me.
And Yandy slides her way.
And then, so then Yandy come up. She's like, hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, girl? Happy birthday. She was like, so I'm confused. Is this Safaree's birthday or your birthday, Erica? Because what's up with all these pictures? And so she's like, see, this is what I'm seeing. You make it seem like it's not even really about me. So Safaree, his natural fashion, he tries to, I guess, make up for it. He gets on the mic. Safaree gets on this mic and he's like, baby, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I love you. Happy birthday to you. And then he starts busting out in this awful song, y'all. It was so lame. It was so whack. He was like, I love you. You changed me when you came into my life. I made you my wife. Love you, baby. Like, I can't even remember the rest of it. I just remember the first two parts. I don't memorize it, y'all. You know, Rox is the one. She'd be good with that, but I don't be remembering this stuff. But he's like, you came into my life, and you're my wife, and la 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 la, I love you. And like, he's like so corny and goofballish, and Erica can't help but to laugh and just have this big grin on her face, and she's like, oh, even though sometimes he get on my nerves, but he's so goofy, I can't help but to love him or whatever. And then he gives her a gift, which is this little tiny dog, little toy poodle looking dog named Batman. And he's like, yo, this to the family, this is Batman, this is Batman. And everybody's like, they're hoop hoop, hooray, hooray, hooray. Oh, I know what the scene I forgot about before the party scene. We get a scene with Tahiry. That's what it was. We get the scene with Tahiry, and she's like doing this morning jog. And during that scene, we found out that Tahiry did a mammogram test, and the results came back unclear. So she's really on edge about her health. So she's thinking, of course, she's thinking the worst. She's thinking that she might have breast cancer. So she's like, she's really kind of already on edge because she's dealing like with that. And when something like that is on your mind, it's kind of hard to focus. But she's at the party. She's trying to push through that. That is in the back of her mind. And so she's like, but I'm still trying to come out and have fun with my girl, whatever, for her birthday. So Tahiry's there, and they're talking. Like I said, Yandy and them show up. And then I think it's Yandy and Jonathan that are talking or whatever. And Tahiry's over there talking with them. And, you know, Yandy brings up that Mendice is coming home. And she's like, oh, I can't wait to have my man home. And she's like, you know, I'm trying to get him to the halfway house, and I can't wait till my man get home so I can, you know, feel sexy on him or whatever. And then Tahiry makes this like, but like, you know, I think Yandy said something along the lines of like, but nobody else can have my man, or I'm the only one that can like sex down my man, or something like that. Yandy says, but Yandy said it as a joke, and Tahiry kind of takes it like, I guess like she was trying to like throw shots at her. She's like, no, I'm not trying to take nobody's man. I'm not sleeping with nobody's man, or this person or whatever. And Yandy's like, okay, girl, you're being a little sensitive. Like, nobody was talking about that. I know, like, you wouldn't be trying my man. Like, chill. But, so then they're like, why are you acting like this, Tahiry? And then Jonathan is like, you know, we're not trying to say whatever. And then Tahiry is going back with Jonathan. And that's why they're doing this. Guess who happens to walk up? Sin. And so while Jonathan is going at it, her and Sin is like, she's like, you know, well, I seen them at the thing or whatever, and there's nothing going on between me and Joey, and you know, I just don't want you to think that there's something and da da da. And like, Sin is like, what? I'm confused. Like, I just walked up into the situation. It's like Tahiry's trying to say something without saying it, but I'm a little confused. I'm a little lost because I don't have anything to do with it. And um, so she's going back and forth with Sin and Jonathan, and everybody's kind of talking over one another. So this part right here was kind of hard for me to follow. Cause especially with, I don't know how they did these edits, cause it seemed like it was really choppy to me. I don't know if you felt that way.
Yeah, it was definitely choppy.
Like it was really hard for me to follow, and I don't know if they cut it this way to try to make Tahiry seem like she was crazy, cause that's what it kind of felt like. Cause I honestly felt like Tahiry was just trying to bring it up and be like, all right, so since I see you, we're gonna talk about it, and did it. Like, you know, you heard from your friend that I was trying to do whatever with Joy. That wasn't the case. I had just brought it up, but I didn't get to finish what I was saying. I was trying to say, you know, Erica was trying to link us up, but I'm not feeling him like that or whatever. And I think that's what she was trying to explain, but how they cut it, like she wasn't really saying that. And then like her and Jonathan were going back and forth, and all of a sudden Tahiry just blows up and gets mad because Jonathan's like, well, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? She's like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, why are you trying to act like stupid and trying to act like it's me and like you don't understand what I'm trying to say right now? And so Tahiry gets mad, she gets upset, and she's walking away. And she's like, no, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. And then, like, Jonathan's trying to follow her. She's like, what are you talking about, honey? She was like, and Jonathan's like, well, if you need to say something, like, let it out, or whatever. And she was like, don't play with me, stupido. And she was like, you know, I'm gonna Jonathan's like, I'm gonna take the higher road because I got the plaid on, so I'm a gentleman tonight. Because if we gonna be calling each other outside each other's names, I can really hurt you. And she's like, I'm not trying to call you, but you're acting stupid right now. You're trying to act like you don't understand what I'm talking about, and I'm trying to tell, and you know what I'm talking about. And so Tahiry is getting upset, honey. She is flying off the rails, and at the end, she's just like, you keep filming me, you keep trying to film or whatever. Like, turn the cameras off. And I'm like, are we gonna have one of these scenes? Like, is this the new thing? Like, cause like at the beginning, you know, Sin was like, turn my mic off, turn the cameras off. Then in Miami, we had Trina, turn the cameras off, turn my mic off. Now we got Tahiry. So it's kind of seemed like a recurring theme. But I'm like, you guys are on a show. So why are you shocked that these people are recording? They don't care if it's an intimate moment. They don't care. They're not going to stop recording.
Right.
That's their job. But Tahiry is a ball of fury, honey. And she is upset. She's like, just turn the cameras off. And she's kind of like mushing like the camera out of her face. How did you feel about this scene?
She was really intense.
I really just feel like some of it was probably just her just being on edge about the cancer thing, like the breast cancer thing. I think she was just so focused on that. Also, she could have been a little tipsy because she was drinking.
Didn't think of that.
Yeah, she was drinking. She did have a drink in her hand. So she could have just been a little tipsy, or Mona and them doing bad edits on my girl. Because like I said, the scene, you could tell it was spliced and chopped together, like the editing style. It didn't seem like a one fluid shot. So, it could be either one. I don't know. I'm kind of interested to see what happens next week. Because, like, I don't think we really ever seen Tahiry this mad before. Because she's not very low-key.
She hit your girlfriend.
When? But girl, like, provoked it, though. Not like this. Like, if she is, it's about something like that. Nothing like, this situation wasn't like that. It wasn't like, you with my man and you, or you with this person, like, you know what I mean? But it is, I don't know. This whole thing was, like, weird, and so she's like, cut the cameras, and, like, we see the scene, and it's, boom, we just see the scene just end. And so then, of course, we see the previews of the next episode, which I'm a little excited about. We got Olivia coming. I don't know why she coming, but she popping up. You feel me?
She's Chrissy friend.
I guess, you know, they were the original OGs. That's a good one, but that's a good way. We kind of found out a little bit more about finish the situation with Tahiry at the party, and also we followed Tahiry to the doctor to see, like, her results or whatever. Right. And and then, like I said, we're finally getting the Olivia storyline and what she said she'd been through, and apparently the reason why, because back in the day it was never really clear like why she stopped being on the show. It was just like one season she was there with Rich and they was crying in the park, And then next thing she was gone. So I feel like we're going to find out a little bit more about that whole little backstory. Because basically she's saying that Rich stole some money from her. And I'm like, these producers on these shows just ain't worth a dime, honey. They stealing from all these girls. Like, dang, if there's a real producer in the room, please stand up. Like, all of y'all just thieving and scheming. Wow. But anyway, she gonna talk to Rich about him, you know, stealing the money or whatever. We gonna see how the relationship plays out. Oh, but I did have a question for you guys. So in the scene where Eric and Safaree were talking about the party, Safaree said he felt like the reason why he had all the pictures of himself because he felt like now they're one, so her birthday is his birthday. And so now, like, there ain't no more my birthday, your birthday, it's our birthdays. We celebrate together. Do y'all feel that way about y'all significant others? Like, do you feel like your bae birthday is your birthday too? Cause I know I don't feel that way. I was born into this world by myself. Okay, I did not have a twin. There was nobody else that came out my mama's hoo-ha except for me. So my birthday is my birthday. Unless we so happen to have our birthdays on the exact same day, that's the only way we celebrating together. Like, I can understand you saying, oh, I want to be happy for you because, you know, you my bae, whatever is like a celebration for you is a celebration for me. But your day is not my day. What you feel?
Yeah, same. Anniversary.
Yeah, that's the anniversary. That's when we did together. We can do that. But let us know how you guys feel about that in the comments below. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, okay? Again, it has been me, your girl, Lex DMUA, and this is my boy.
Jeffrey from Jeffrey Show Live.
And we out.